I've come to fix this guy back up because he fell over. Root system is not very big. Let's have a look. Yeah, not super healthy. But yeah, have to redig. That's Tig Sharks Blue. You can tell it was pretty stunted from the roots because it hasn't grown much at the tip. So yeah, we'll see how it goes anyway. Just digging this guy up. We're out here, we got all the other ones. I'll in a few minutes, once I get this one planted, I'll go around and we can have a look at the ones in ground. I'm mainly doing this live because someone commented saying when am I next going live, so I thought I'll do one today. See if I can do all this one-handed. The soil's not too bad. I basically planted in full clay. Alright, that should do anyway. Oh no. Alright, well, he's got decent sized spines. Alrighty. No, I don't use them. I don't have them. I suppose I wouldn't mind having a pair. And I really should, because one day I'm sure that a spine's going to go into my hand and it may be really bad, because I've had a couple that have been infected. Alright, let's see. Alright. And then we'll, bird's been shitting on top of it. We'll just kick all this back in. Wow, we got 24 people. Lewis, I am planting this cactus that had fallen down when we had really strong winds. We'll stick this rock in as well, just to give it a bit of stabilization, and hope he doesn't fall over again. We'll see what happens, eh? Alright, now we'll go around and we'll have a look at all the others, eh? This guy has grown a little bit, but he hasn't got that really nice summer glow yet. New Zealand Scop open pollination. Quite fat and squarish. Can you eat that cactus? What is it good for? It's good to look at. That is it. I love looking at them. Is it normal? I mean, yeah, I suppose it's normal. It does happen, like you mean like this, how it's quite dehydrated. Yeah, and then the tip is kind of normal, but even so, the tip doesn't look that healthy because it's just stunted. It hasn't grown. So this is just all old growth. Ever since this has been planted, it hasn't grown. And that's just because the roots aren't established here yet. I think they need a whole nother year to really establish themselves, and this should all thicken back up and it should start growing and look healthier. We're out here at 9:37 a.m. in Australia. Another scop. I kind of regret planting this one, but I'm hoping that it'll look nicer in the future. Shark's Blue Cross Sausage. So it's got a couple new spines on it, but no new growth. I've definitely been struggling in this new position, so we'll see how it goes in the future. No, they're all from the same family, Trichoceros. No, I don't, Alex, because I don't give any supplemental water. It's just so far away from where I am, and I don't really have any town water. It's just like rainwater that I get. But as well, I haven't been needing to give them water because it has rained so much. Like that one looked dehydrated, but that's only because the roots haven't developed and they can't really take up much water. You can also get that shriveled look from too much water as well. But yeah, they all look quite stressed in the ground, and I'm really just hoping, yeah, this next season they really come through and they start to look a bit healthier. This one is, what do we got? Jules Giant cross SSO2 cross Psychonaut. And I planted this one because it had some nice orangey red spines on it. So I'm keen to see what it's going to look like fully mature. But at the moment it looks quite ugly. And a lot of these aren't necessarily like the same family, but they're hybrids, like crosses between Peruvianus, Pachanoi, Scopulicola, Terschekii, all that kind of stuff. This one I really like. This one has actually done surprisingly well. I would assume from the Terschekii genes in this. What have we got? PC Pack cross DSST. So PC, the predominant clone, just a Pachanoi, which I find quite ugly, to be honest. It's, if you grow it healthy, it's not too bad. And Dawson's short spine Terschekii. So you can really see quite a lot of Dawson's short spine Terschekii. And yeah, and I'm surprised being crossed with PC, it looks quite nice. What else do I grow? Really, I just grow cactus, a lot of cactus. I'm out in the field now. I assume that you haven't really seen my other videos because I have a whole nursery full of cactus. Yeah, there you go, Joe Blow. The whole channel is focused on Trichoceros cactus. Maybe in the future I will do other cactus, but really this is all I know. This is the only thing that's in my brain, so I don't talk about much else. But no, this guy's gone great. I think he's grown about there since I've planted him, which has surprised me, considering the other ones just are stunted AF. Alright, what do we got over here? Oh, this one's a nice one. This one has been getting thick, juicy. This is N1. God. TPM cross N1. I do have a number there, so I can look it up later. I need to give it a new tag, but I will do that at some point. The sun smashes that. But yeah, absolute beauty. A lot of TPM crosses can do some really nice stuff like this. I really like this specific clone because you get some normal stuff. And it's not ugly, you know, it is quite nice. And then you get some mutated stuff and even cresting with spines. You get mutating without spines. And you can even get some cresting. Oh no, no cresting on that side. But this crest here has had times without spines. So it has a really quite a lot of variation in the growth habit of this plant. So, and it did a bit of dichotomous here. Yeah. Well, Lewis, you can eat the fruits off of these. So the fruits off of these are sort of a golf ball, or maybe slightly bigger than a golf ball, and they are quite sweet, and you can make jams out of them, make syrups. And in the future, I definitely will do that with these fruits, but for now, the fruits and seeds are too valuable to be eating. I want to grow each and every one of them out. I'm sure prickly pear pads are pretty healthy for you, but I don't know. Never get to it really. I'm just obsessed with growing these guys. Alright, we'll move on. We'll go back up to here. This guy's quite a odd one. Who knows if it's viral, but it seems to be consistent. And whether it is if it is viral, I don't think it spreads. I think it is in the genes of this cactus. I think it's like this because I've seen some others. I think this is unknown, like no ID, but I think I know what the cross is. It might be like a Zelly cross, and I've seen others that do similar stuff to this. And it just looks weird. It kind of looks like a burnt kind of look. Whoa, my camera just changed there. What's going on there? Oh, that's weird. But yeah, I thought it was unique, and maybe it'll do something cool when it's a bit older. Yeah, so every single seed will be unique. So you have a seed pod with like 1,000 seeds in it or so. Every single one of those seeds will be a variation of the mother and the father. So if this had a flower and this one over here had a flower, I cross them, and the seedlings are going to have a variation of characteristics from that one and that one. Some of them might lean more towards this one, and then some of them might lean more towards that one. And then on top of that, this one has the genes of the mother and the father, which can also carry down into the seedlings that this one produces. So yeah, especially in Trichocereus, and that's why I grow these a lot, is because you can get such a large variation in the looks and the characteristics. And I'm not too, I don't know too much about avocados and how they work. Yeah, Joe Blow, yeah. They look like their parents. But a lot of times I've grown some and they don't look anything like their parents. And I think that might be when they're getting traits from the parents' parents. If that makes sense. Oh man, it is, Alex, it is a total pain, isn't it? But you got to do what you got to do, eh? You got to do what you got to do for what you love. So it's just a bridge SDI. I like the look of it, but I don't know if I'm going to keep this one in ground. I might get rid of it. See how it looks next season. Oh, and then we've got this fat monster Sharks cross scopulicola. I think it will get a little bit more blue once it gets some nice new growth on it, but it's just super fat. Well, Lewis, if I cut this off and then I let the base of that dry, and then it will grow roots at the bottom, and then I can plant that, and that is a clone. That is the exact identical as this. So I can do that. I can go cut, like, you know, as many times as I can, 50 times or so, and I can have 50 plants the exact same as that. But if you get seeds from that, it is you're only going to have half of the genetic makeup of that plant. Yeah, Joe Blow, I'm in the process of doing that now. I got so many seedlings in small tubs and trays, and I'm putting them into pots. So it's taken me quite a few months now, and a lot of money for pots and soil and materials. Bit unusual, but I don't think it'll be too much special when it gets older. I do have a couple others which are offspring of this that look a bit nicer, which I wish I planted those ones and not this one, but anyway, it's still nice. Oh, this one is so sad. It looks horrible. It has not liked these conditions at all. If anyone remembers, I had this plant that had this middle rib, and it's on my Instagram page, and it looked beautiful. It was super blue, super smooth looking, nice middle rib, and ever since I moved it here, oh man, it has hated it. It looks horrible. Like, I would almost throw this thing out. It's got fungal spots. Didn't have any fungal spots in Sydney, but now it does. Super skinny. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'll give it some time and see what happens. I do have some of this grafted at home in some better conditions, so we'll see how that goes anyway. Hello from Kentucky. Yes, mate. What's going on? I'm here in New South Wales, Australia. From seed to this height, like one of these or something, it's like the quickest you could do it is probably like 3 years, maybe 4, maybe even 3. I don't know. I think there's some really good growers out there, but on the average, maybe 4 to 5, maybe. Here we got a Rosé cross, Rosé 2 cross J3. Really like this. The Rosé really comes out in this, or Rosie, I can't remember how you pronounce it. Beautiful pup. Here we got, what is that, 5 ribs there, and 6 ribs. The amount of ribs really changes the look of the column. Oh shit, I'm on 3%. I didn't even realise. Yeah, this is going to cut out, guys, so I'm going to show you the best cactus, and then I'm going to have to leave it there. So we've got this beauty, super spiny. Yeah, man, I wish I could sell stuff to America and all that, for sure, man. This beautiful thing, oh man, lovely one. That's Sharks Cross TPM, but not the same as the Sharks Cross TPM I showed you over there. Oh, this one, I'm loving this guy. Insane spines, insane ribs. It's just lovely. Alright, I'm gonna run out of battery soon. Spiny guy. Gets nice colourful spines when it's in its growing season. We're in winter now, so like this guy's looking pretty good for winter. But if you guys come back, I'll try and do more lives in the future. But oh, that guy's alright, he's whatever. We'll go back up here. But yeah, I'll show you in summer, and they just look so much better. This guy finally terminated, and he's pupped a fat guy. If I don't get to say goodbye, guys, my phone's gonna die, so I might do another live today, and I'll show the other part of the nursery on my farm. And so stay tuned for that, maybe in an hour or two. But yeah, I like him, he's nice. And oh, that's CSD, for anyone interested in what CSD looks like in ground. It's not dead. Yeah, the Sass crosses are so nice, aren't they? Like the Terscheckii, the South Australian short spine, Dawson's short spine, they're great. So this is CSD, and I risked it all. I really want this to grow faster, get fat and get flowers, so I've put it in the ground. It's actually not doing as bad as I thought. I seriously thought 50-50 that it's going to rot and die, but it's alive and it's looking all right. Yeah, so this is not going to get cut until it has flowers. I am so determined to get flowers and seed from this guy. Oh, good, Joe Blow. I'm happy because I know a few people were asking about it. Oh, excellent, Robert. Yeah, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm in about an hour or two. I'm gonna do another live, and I'll show you the rest of the nursery. A lot of it's small stuff, but some of it's nice. So I'll do some more talking there and